Good morning, prospective teachers, and I want to welcome you now to the School of Education meeting. And I think by now you've already known that every school is headed by the dean. And the dean for the School of Education, Dr. Siyeka Gitonga, is going to take us through this. So I want to welcome Dr. Gitonga now to take it up from here.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Rugano. The School of Education and Social Sciences. This is a school. It is the school of choice. And we are very, very glad that you have chosen to be in this school. It has two sections. You have heard there is a School of Education, and then there is a Social Sciences. So we have two sections. There is the Department of Education and the Department of Humanities, which really ideally is Social Sciences. Why did I say it is a school of choice? This might surprise you as prospective students. Over 50% of the students in the university belong to this school. It is a school of choice. It is a school that produces champions in this university. It's a school that has the most aggressive students. It is a school that has got the leaders, most of the leaders. If you look at the government, the student government, they are from the School of Education. I just enjoy being in the School of Education. And you are coming to a school which really cares. You'll meet faculty, lecturers, professors who really care about the students. Now, majority of you are coming for education, meaning that we'll be preparing you to meet the needs of the learners within the dispensation of competence-based curriculum. And we are prepared. We are champions in that area. Those who are coming in the Department of Humanities will have the chair of department or the COD give you the details. You will realize there are two very special programs in that section. Criminology, and the criminology prepares you to work with behavior change. And you'll fit in different capacities as individuals who support the criminal justice system in this country, as well as building capacities in the neighborhoods where you live to help young people and even old people modify their behavior so that they're able to fit within society. And we have the bachelor's in library science, where we prepare students to fit in the world of information management. And so I'm very glad. I earlier introduced myself. My name is Dr. Gitonga, and I work with a team whom I'm going to introduce, and they will speak to you very specifically about what you need to know about the degree program for which you are being admitted in the School of Education. So I want you to listen carefully and interact with us. Ask questions so that we can answer. And then we are going to ask the ICT to stream for you our phone numbers, so that then you are able to ask us questions even after this presentation. When we stream our phone numbers, please don't call us at night. We are lecturers, we work during the day. Text and we'll call you back. Personally, I'll call you back. I'm sure the CODs will call you back to answer your questions. We want to interact with you at a personal level. So I'll be supporting to have our phone numbers stream, so that then we're able to engage with you and help you adjust and settle down within the School of Education. As I said in my previous remarks, we will know you, you'll know us, and we will be friends. We will share our lives together. You'll make us grow as academicians, and we shall make you grow as professionals. That is really the job God has given us in this university, in the School of Education. We respect our students, we love them, and we care about them. We get involved in their lives, and if need be, we get parents involved, because there are some cases which we can't handle. Then parents will need to trust that we will get you involved if the need arises. But I'm looking forward to having all of you. I'm looking forward to read your names in the next 4 years, because the names of our graduating students are read by the deans. I'm looking forward to read your names 2020, what? 2020? 2023?
2024.
Yeah, let's get it right. 2024. We are hoping to graduate all of you in 2024. So I'm going to have please come along, my colleagues. I'm going to have Dr. Karoko, who is the COD Department of Education, who will later invite Dr. Omoke, who is the COD Humanities, who will later invite Dr. Njagi, who is responsible and has already introduced himself on diploma programs. And finally, we are going to hear from the examinations coordinator from the school, who is a custodian of your exams, which is an important thing in our life. And so we'll go that way until the 30 minutes are over. Stream your questions and we'll seek to answer all of them. Dr. Karoko, please.
Thank you so much, Dean. Good morning, the cohort of 2020 for the Bachelor of Education and the Bachelor of Arts programs in the School of Education. My name is Dr. Simon Karuku. I'm the chairman of the Department of Education. I hold a Bachelor of Education degree in chemistry and mathematics from Kenyatta University, and a master's degree in mathematics and a PhD in education. That's why I'm in the Department of Education. Actually, all our members of staff in the Department of Education are holders of a bachelor's degree as their first degree, and then they advance to other degrees. So we have a team of 9 highly qualified members of staff, including the dean. The dean is in the Department of Education. She has a Bachelor of Education in Home Economics. We have Dr. Milka Nyaga, who also holds a Bachelor of Education degree in Chemistry and Mathematics. We have Dr. Madrin Kingendo in the area of Educational Psychology. We have Dr. Peter Rugano, who will be speaking to you shortly, who is our School Examinations Coordinator, whose area of specialization is Physics and Mathematics. Dr. Rugano, yes? Chemistry and Physics. Then we have Dr. Zachary Njagi. He holds a bachelor's degree in History and Kiswahili. That is his first degree. Of course, he has other degrees after that. We have Dr. Elizabeth Obura. We have Dr. Jude Makira, and of course another team of adjunct lecturers who support our programs, and we are still recruiting many others. So in the Department of Education, we have 2 programs. We have the Bachelor of Education Arts and the Bachelor of Education Science. So I'll take some time to explain what is entailed in each of these degree programs. So let me start with the Bachelor of Education Arts, and I have already started receiving inquiries through the emails and through the WhatsApp group. In the Bachelor of Education program, Bachelor of Education Arts, for you to have been admitted for this program under the COOPS program, you must have attained a minimum of a C+ at KCSE as a mini grade, plus a C+ in 2 teaching subjects. So if for example you want to be a teacher of Kiswahili and history, you need to have attained a C+ at KCSE in history and a C+ in Kiswahili. You also need for B.Ed Arts to have attained a minimum of a D+ in mathematics and a mini grade of C in English at KCSE. So that's the minimum requirements. So you will be able to choose from a range of art subjects, including English and literature, history and government, Kiswahili, religious education, geography, mathematics, and business studies. So you can take a pair of those 2 subjects, except for English, which for the time being has been always has been paired with the literature. So English goes with literature, but Kiswahili can go with any of the other subjects. Mathematics can go with geography, can go with business, can go with business mathematics, geography business. Those are all possible combinations. For the Bachelor of Education Science, again, you need to have attained a minimum of mini grade of C+ at KCSE. You need to have a C+ in at least 2 teaching subjects. If, for example, you want to pursue chemistry and mathematics as your teaching subjects, you will need to have attained a C+ in chemistry, a C+ in mathematics at KCSE. You also need to have a C grade in mathematics. If, for example, teaching mathematics will not be one of your teaching subjects, you need to have a C regardless of the subjects you'll be choosing in mathematics. You also need to have attained a grade C in English. So that's the new requirement. So if, for example, you are interested in moving from B.Ed Arts to B.Ed Science, as the registrar and the dean explained, you can only move if you meet the minimum requirements for that particular degree program. So in the B.Ed Science program, we have a number of teaching subjects, including agriculture, biology, mathematics, geography, computer studies, physics, and chemistry. So you can be able to choose a combination of any of those. For example, you can take chemistry and geography. You can take chemistry and physics. You can take physics and mathematics. You can take mathematics and computer studies. You can take mathematics and geography, and so on and so forth. You can take geography and biology. So you've noticed that two of the subjects that I have mentioned there were also mentioned in the arts program. So in our program, we treat geography and mathematics as both an art and a science subject. So you can be in B.Ed Arts taking geography and mathematics, and you can also be in B.Ed Science taking geography and mathematics. So it is the second subject that will determine, if for example you are not taking geography and mathematics, it will be the second subject that will determine whether you are in arts or science, because you cannot take chemistry in B.Ed Arts, you cannot take biology in B.Ed Arts, you cannot take agriculture in B.Ed Arts, and so on and so forth. So so that's basically the minimum requirement. So for the next 4 years, you will be taking some courses in education. Those are called professional courses. You will be taking some units or some courses in education and some courses in the two teaching subjects. So for every semester, you will be taking 2 units in one of your teaching subjects, 2 units in the other teaching subject, and some units in education, plus of course some university-wide common units such as communication skills and HIV and AIDS. So in total, by the time you are completing that program, you will have done, if you just do simple mathematics, you will need about 8 semesters to complete the program. So every semester you will have a minimum of 7 units. So 7 times 8 is 56. So you'll be graduating with about 56 units at the end of the program. And to determine where you belong, the dean and the registrar talked of degree classifications. To determine where you belong at the end of the 4 years, we will take all the grades that you've attained in the 4 years, and you will divide by the number of units you've taken. If your average is 45, then you will be classified as a pass. If your average is between 50 and 59, you will be considered a second class honors lower division. If your average is between 60 and 69, you will be considered a second class honors upper division. And if your average will be 70 and between 70 and 100, your degree will be considered a first class honors. So mine is to encourage you to work very hard. It's very easy to succeed in the program, because if you manage to succeed at the KCSE, the system of examination in the university is easier than that of the secondary school education. Because for secondary school, by the time you are completing your program, you are expected to remember 4-year program work by the time you are sitting for your KCSE. In the university, you will be expected to remember the content for 4 months, 1 semester. So for example, we are starting our semester now. By the end of the semester, which will be in December, you will be examined for the courses that you will be taking, and that will be the end of that semester. And therefore, we will keep updating our records for examination. That's why Dr. Rugano will be here to talk about expectations with respect to examinations. If you do not attain the minimum grade in a particular course, you will be required to repeat that course. A very painful process of repeating what you've been doing for a whole semester. So it is very important that from the first day when the lecturers are coming to class, you take everything they do, they say seriously, so that you attain the minimum requirement to ensure that you do not have to repeat classes. So if you fail in a unit, you will have to repeat everything from the beginning, and that would be very unfortunate. So at the end of the year, at the end of a semester, you will be given the results for that semester. At the end of the year, you will be given another result, and so on and so forth. So you will cumulatively get academic records, but those will just be provisional, and Dr. Rugono will talk about it. It is at the end of your program, at the end of the 4 years, when you'll be graduating, that you'll be given the official transcripts by the dean, and that will now be the document you'll be using to seek employment. In the B.Ed program, at the end of your 3rd year, you will be expected to go for practicum or teaching practice. You will now go to schools, and you will demonstrate the competencies that we have built in you. You will be teaching in our our secondary schools in Kenya, and you will be assessed and to determine whether you are competent to teach. So after that, then you will come back. We will assess how you've been doing. We will look at your records, and we'll continue now equipping you. At the end of the 4 years now, you will then be certified by the Teacher Service Commission as a registered teacher in the Republic of Kenya. Without a certification, the Teacher Service Commission does not expect anybody to stand in front of students to talk about content in education. So the minimum requirement for anybody to teach in secondary school is a TSC number, and for you to get a TSC number, you either have a diploma or a degree. So for our university, we are offering the degree program, that's the Bachelor of Education Arts and the Bachelor of Education Science. So I encourage you, because at the moment you might be having quite a number of questions, I would encourage you form WhatsApp groups so that then you can organize your questions around the WhatsApp group, so that then we can be able to respond to the group. So without much ado, then I want to invite my colleague, the chairman of the Department of Humanities, so that then she can speak about the programs in the Department of Humanities. Dr. Omoke Lilian, karibu sana. Thank you so much. As I was saying, I'm winding up, but I have seen 2 questions that you've just sent. One of them is on subject combinations, which I have explained. So for the sake of the person who just asked that question, I've said in the BA Arts program, we have a number of teaching subjects, and you can be able to combine any pair from English, literature, geography, mathematics, history, business studies, Kiswahili, and religious education. In the BA Science, we have a number of teaching subjects: agriculture, biology, chemistry, mathematics, physics, computer studies, and so on. So you will need to pick a pair, and we said for you to pick chemistry and mathematics, for example, you need to have met the minimum requirements for that particular combination. And then the other question is about the practicals. I'm not sure what that question is about, but basically when you are in the Department of Education, when you are taking a program in the education program, you will be taking courses in other schools. If, for example, you are taking chemistry and mathematics, the chemistry component and the mathematics component will be serviced by the departments that offer that combination. So a student in the Bachelor of Education program is owned by 3 departments. The Department of Education, we own you a third. The Department of Mathematics will own you a third, and the Department of Physics will own you a third, if, for example, that's your teaching combination. So then the other question is about foreign languages. And I'm not sure what I think the student is interested in foreign languages. Things like French, Italian, German, and so on and so forth. I will ask Dr. Lilian Omoke to tell us how far we are to starting the foreign languages. But at least for now, I know we have the Japanese, and she will talk about it. We have a professional certificate in Japanese language, and she will speak to that. So then with that, I think I can allow Dr. Omoke to come and talk about the programs in the Department of Humanities. I look forward to meeting you face to face when the universities will be reopened, but of course we'll be interacting online. Classes begin on 7th and we are set to go. Please be ready for classes as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Dr. Omoke.
Good morning from the Department of Humanities. My name is Dr. Lillian Omoke. Just as my colleague had explained, I will also perhaps talk about my academic qualifications. I have a Bachelor of Education Arts, English and Literature from Kenyatta University, and then I have other qualifications in linguistics and communication. So in the Department of Humanities, we offer several programs, and we are one of the major feeders of the education department. Therefore, we service the Bachelor of Education departments with the following courses. That is English and Literature, Kiswahili, History, Geography, CRE in different combinations. Apart from B.Ed Arts, we also have BA in Criminology and Bachelor of Arts in Library Science. We also have other programs that are coming up, and that is Bachelor of Arts in Communication and Media Studies and Bachelor of Arts in Hospitality and Tourism Studies. There are also Masters of Arts programs. I know many of you would wish to continue, or you have a friend who might want to go beyond the first degree after graduation, and therefore we have other programs. MA in Linguistics, which is already running, and we are also soon launching the following programs at the master's level: MA in Geography, MA in Literature, MA in Communication and Media Studies, MA in Kiswahili. And of course, then there are also PhD programs for the same. Somebody asked about foreign languages. There is Japanese, as you've been told, at a professional level. And we also offer Germany and French in under the program of hospitality. So in this department, we also have qualified and dedicated members or members of the faculty in Geography, English and Literature, Kiswahili, History and CRE. And therefore, we want to welcome you to our department. We are available and ready for you next week. We are available to coach, to nurture you, and to support you. So I'm not going to say much. I have already said what we have in the department. And that means I'm going to invite my colleague, Dr. Njagi, to say something more about the school. Thank you very much.
Good morning once more. It's my pleasure once more to continue with this orientation program, and in this regard I'll be talking more about the diploma and certificate programs which we had given you earlier on in our previous conversation. The diploma programs are and certificate programs are distributed in all the schools. I know there is a question which had been asked immediately after my presentation, and currently the diploma and certificate programs are housed within the schools and the existing departments. Meaning, therefore, if there are any students who have been admitted for diploma programs currently, the orientation will, for the specific schools, the ones who are in business and School of Agriculture, they will be guided through the same departments. But there are those who are specifically within the School of Education, and these ones are notably the Diploma in Library Science, Diploma in Hospitality and Tourism Management, Diploma in Criminology and Security Management, Diploma in Social Work and Community Development, and Diploma in Corporate Communication, together with the respective certificate programs. However, we still have others which are founded within other schools. For instance, in the School of Business Studies, we have a diploma in Procurement and Supplies Management, diploma in Business Management with IT, and a diploma in Project Management, together with respective certificate programs. Still within the School of Business, they do offer CASNEP programs with the CPA programs from section 1 to 6. Then we also have, in the School of Agriculture, we have diploma in Agribusiness Management, and also a program in Certificate in Agribusiness Management. They also have diploma in Crop Protection, diploma in Irrigation and Water Management, and diploma in Agricultural Extension. In the School of Pure and Applied Sciences, we also have sub-diploma programs which are existing, like diploma in IT, Information Technology, diploma in Data Management and Analysis, certificate in Information Technology, and a proficiency certificate course in IT. I think with that overview, it's important to know exactly where those who are taking diplomas and certificates, where their programs are anchored. But allow me now to talk more about the ones which are founded in the School of Education, and the minimum requirement. We start with the minimum requirements to undertake a diploma program is a C plain, and then for the certificate is a C minus. I know there are other questions that may also be asked about admission into the diploma programs. Currently, as I have indicated, the current diploma and certificate programs are housed within the departments, and the students are sourced through the university engagement. We are moving towards a situation where we will be having students admitted into the university for diploma and certificate programs through the KUCCPS. Currently, we have not reached there, but we are progressing towards that. And as I had indicated in my earlier communication, is that once a student undertakes a diploma program, you have a chance of progressing to the degree program with the dispensation as allowed by institutions of higher learning of credit waivers up to a maximum of 50%, and is must be approved by the university management. That is, the Senate is the highest authority in academic programs. Then for those who may be doing the certificates also, they can also progress to the diploma programs, and subsequently can also undertake the diploma and even the degree program. And I think with that, in nutshell, that is what we have as far as the diploma and certificate programs are concerned. But since all of them are anchored within the department and the schools, the examination procedures are the same. And I think as I wind up, I'll now invite Dr. Rugano, who will be guiding us through the processes of examinations within the School of Education, because we take examinations in the university very seriously, and the procedures for examinations apply to all the students, whether they are in degree or in diploma programs. And I once again welcome those who have been admitted for the diploma and certificate, and still you can preach the gospel to your brothers and sisters, and those who did not make it to the university, that the university will still admit the students who are interested in pursuing diploma and certificate programs. And I may revisit again about the admission. It's through the university. Currently, we have not reached a level of admission through the KUCCPS. And once we admit you through the university, it's also easy, and you are very much welcome. Thank you. Dr. Rugano, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Zachary Njage. I want to very briefly talk about university examinations. Now, all what you do in the university is going to be reflected in your examination results. We give examinations at the end of every semester for the units that you'll be doing. Within the semester, you will do what is called continuous assessment cuts twice, and those account for about 30% of the whole of the unit. At the end of the semester, there is an examination that is going to be carrying 70% of your marks. When those are aggregated together, we'll give you a grade. The grade is going to be an A. I think Dr. Karuko mentioned that, an A, B, C, or D. And if you do not meet 40% of the total sum of marks, then you will have to retake that unit. Now, I want to say a couple of things. Number one, when you are required to retake the unit, it is a very, very big inconvenience for our students. What we notice is that it is possible for students to go through all the 4 years without retaking unit. I want to say that you need to be psychologically prepared to join an academic institution, and so that requires that you work a little bit hard. And if you don't, then what is going to happen is that you will fail a unit. Now, when you fail, you will need to repeat that unit when it is next offered. So, for example, if in your first year you fail first semester unit, you will have to wait until the next group of first years come. Then you register for that unit and go to class with them. Take the whole unit again. Now, by the time we give you your results, probably the first year group has already registered. Or probably when you're in second year, your timetable will be such that it is clashing with the first year timetables and you cannot take that unit. That means you will take it now when you're in the third year. And what I want to say is that if you are not very careful and you allow yourself to do retakes, it becomes impossible to guarantee that you can graduate in 4 years. I want you to be serious about retakes. We do not encourage them, but I want to assure you that it's possible for a person to do exams without retake. Allow me also to mention something else that is very common. There's something called missing marks. We never have missing marks. Marks never miss. Once you do your exams, your marks are always going to be there. So if in the event that you have queries or there are issues with your marks, what you need to do is come to our exam offices, and then we will be able to sort everything out. We do not have unprocessed records for students, and every semester we'll be giving you a results in a result slip. That result slip is going to be provisional for every semester. In the second semester, we'll give you now the combined for first semester and second semester, and that will be your year's results. And you'll do that for 4 years, and when you finish, you'll get now your transcripts that will be official, and you get your degree with its classification, hopefully first class honors or second upper or thereabout. I want to talk about something else that is very common in examination. Some students who are not ready, they get tempted to do some examination malpractices. Here's my advice to you: don't try. Don't even get tempted. At the university, that is a very, very serious crime. Students who are caught attempting to cheat have lost their chances at the university. You'll be given those regulations in written form when you come here about how we conduct examination. From us as education, we know that the students who attempt to do that, they do that because of inadequate preparation. What we want to encourage you from the onset is that as you come to do exams, try to get yourself a little bit prepared and try to be ready and trust yourself you can pass your examinations. We'll keep an open office like everyone else in the university, and when you come, if you get a chance, you can always come and talk to us, and if you have questions, we are glad to help them, to respond to them. I want to encourage that you've chosen the best degree. The Bachelor's of Education degree is almost like 2 degrees. You will do subjects and gain proficiency in 2 subjects. So like if you're doing maths and chemistry, you gain proficiency in mathematics, you gain proficiency in chemistry. And you will also get now a professional degree which is called the education. And so what you've chosen to do, I want to encourage you to feel confident that in 4 years you will have a professional degree that will make you a very good teacher. So I don't want to say very many things, so that we wind this up. Allow me to bring back the dean, who is the head of the school, to come now and bring this to a close. Dean, Dr. Gitonga.
All right.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Rugano. Thank you, our students, for remaining stuck and listening to us. And we are getting questions. I'm going to invite Dr. Karuku, 2 minutes to respond to 1 or 2 questions, and then I'll wrap it up.
Thank you, Dean. So there are 2 questions that came up. Possibly one of the questions is for someone who logged in a little later. It is about the subject combinations, the B.Ed Arts and the B.Ed Science. I want to repeat again. In your B.Ed program, you will need to select 2 teaching subjects. So you will have to say, I will prefer to be called the teacher of chemistry and mathematics, or a teacher of history and CRE. So from among all the subjects that I have enlisted, in the B.Ed Arts, we have history, CRE, geography, Kiswahili, English, literature, and business education. You will need to pick a pair from that. Again, for science, if you want to be a teacher in B.Ed Science, you will pick from agriculture, biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, computer studies. So I said the rule, the requirement is you need to have had a C+ and above in those subjects at the KCSE, and you also need to have, for B.Ed Science, you need to have a C plain in English and C plain in mathematics. In the B.Ed Arts, you need to have a D+ in mathematics and a C plain in English. Then there was a question about how you will access the learning materials once we start the online teaching. Of course, you will be invited to join by, we expect that by the time you are starting, you will have obtained a university email address. Communications will be sent to you through that email address. You will be given the enrollment key. If you go to the university website, you will be able to see a link called e-learning. If you go there, it will prompt you to put in your credentials. So you will be expected to have a university provided email address. So you will put in your account details, and with for each of the units, the lecturer will create an enrollment key, that a password, so that it's only you or students who are in that class who can be allowed into that. So by the time the classes will be starting on 7th, you will have received enrollment key for each of the 7 units that you'll be registered in. Thank you so much. Okay, there's another one? Yeah. The dean will speak to the question on conditions for course transfer.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. I'll say 2 things before I finish. Will the timetable go up? Yes. I know in the orientation program, there are 2 things that are very important. You will be walked through how to learn online. That is coming. So just hold your peace. That session, if you know anybody else who is invited in the University of Embu as a student, let them join there, because that is where learning will take place. It is, I think, and hopefully during that time you'll also know how to access the timetable, as well as how will you access the learning resources. We are already ready for you. We are mounting those resources online. So don't be anxious about anything. We are ready for you. Now, conditions for transfer. I'll sound a warning. Be very, very careful. that you want to make either an inter-school transfer or intra-school transfer. Sometimes students make hasty and informed decisions. We did share our numbers with you. You can call us. Actually, one of you has called me and I'm very proud of that student. I want to find out who you are to confirm whether I am Dr. Gitonga. So call us. We'll take your calls, and if you have no credit, we'll call you back because you belong to us now. You are alive and our lives will be shared together for the next 4 years, and we are looking forward. So before you decide to transfer, please talk to us, because I'll say this, I'm an educationist. Education is one of the most forgiving professions. In other words, it allows you to go into very many areas. You can do education science and eventually become a complete scientist. You can do education business and become a full financial person. You can do education chemistry and become a chemist thereafter. So before you make transfers, please talk to us, either within the school or outside the school. But I will give you an hint. When you get the forms as a registrar and gave you the form, you are going to say, I was admitted in the School of Education, I want to go to the School of Business. Then that I will determine, I'll sign whether I am able to release you, and the School of Business will say we have space. That's why the registrar said it is not automatic. You might want to go and they say them they are full. So you need to be very, very careful about that. And when the session comes for inter-school, intra-school, and the forms come, before you fill them, talk to us. Students in the School of Education and Social Sciences, talk to us. Don't make an uninformed decision. I've been students who have transferred and then they later come and tell me, now I realize I made a mistake, please can I go back? And it is normally too late. So talk to us before, and we give you our phone number so that we can advise you as our children. We don't want you to make mistakes others have gone. What Dr. Rogano has spoken about is the heart of the matter for the school. Where it pains us as academicians is where we find a student came and they could not make progress because they never took their academics properly seriously. So please pay attention to the examination process as shared. There are some students who are asking questions on criminology and library studies. Those might be very specific questions. You can give us a call. You can call me directly or any of the members here and they'll answer you. But criminology is a very specialized area. It prepares individuals who will support the administration of justice. You don't become a lawyer. You work as a probation officer. You can become a police officer. After doing criminology, you can become now the people who join the army or the police or work with the prisons. They support in alleviating criminal activities within the society. So when you go to criminology, know you are going to study the art of or the science of why do people become criminals and what can we do to stop or rehabilitate them. So it's an interesting field for those who have that kind of passion. Similarly, those who are going for library science, it is information management. You have people work in archives, in libraries. You support, you can imagine how many libraries are in this country. You will find even people who are in media houses, in librarians, museums, name it. It's a broad field, and also COAS will give you the specific answers. Our dear students, as we come to the close of this orientation and invitation to the school, this is who we are. We talk a lot, we interact a lot, we are social people. We have no fears of interacting with students. We don't have barriers, our offices are completely opened, and we love students. I believe you will love us. You will love working with Dr. Rogano, Dr. Njagin, Dr. Omoken, Dr. Karuku. The others who are not here, they are full of life. And we love what we do. And so we welcome you to the University of Embu, a place which is going to be very safe for you. And parents, you can have confidence in us. We are going to take care of your child. And we trust if they do their part, which is 99%, they do their part. They take care of themselves. The community we are living in today is bad. They have to take care of themselves so that we do 1% of taking care of them. And we usher them out into the world of work with confidence when the time comes to move on. So take care of yourselves, students, and we are glad that you have remained glued. We have seen very many questions. We'll respond. Just text us on our numbers and we'll keep you posted on any issues that will come up. But we are looking forward to meeting you in class on 7th early in the morning. If you have any problems, please know the School of Education. We are ready to answer your questions. 7th, the classes normally begin at 7 and they go all the way up to 7 in the evening. So when you get your timetable, you'll be taught how to navigate and we'll able to journey with you in your academic growth. With those remarks, I want to thank the ICT department for making it possible for us to interact with our students. I did want to thank my colleagues for being here within this, but we are maintaining social distancing and we are sanitizing. You can see we have gloves and I hope you have yours so that we remain safe to transform our world. Thank you, students. Thank you, parents. Let us journey together until when we are able to come face to face. God bless you. Do not allow the things of the world to entangle you and you fail to meet, to achieve your dream, because your dream is also our dream. God bless you. Thank you, ICT.
Mungu afananishwi na kitu kingine.